Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas, a place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will kick it away first. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
He's got his man. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And third down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm at on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the swing.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Got it behind the line. It's Sategna. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. They want to just keep throwing it. He's got an open man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo piece.
After the misconnection, it's second down. Off play action. Looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. Get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a crease. It's Hill. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's high. And they will score! Touchdown, Arkansas! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Flushed out of the pocket. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arkansas 7, Oregon 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to him. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the 3rd snap, they take another shot. Just couldn't come up with the completion.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. The aerial assault continues. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. To throw, it's screened. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on third down. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Going up top on first down. He's going to fire deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
They'll run the screen. Dances away from one. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll run play action. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch past the sticks. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. He's looking to throw it. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. The defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
That keeps the score Arkansas 7.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Out of bounds at the 48. That's a first down for the offense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next.
Throws toward the end zone. Picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
They'll throw it on first down. On the move and looking deep. Got him downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score Arkansas 7, Oregon 6.
The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
After the misfire, now on second down. From the gun, the ground game. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks, it's Johnson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the coach...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Dances away. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll take another shot here. Fires into traffic, picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Tell you what, when you come out in your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to gotta
From Steve Slayton to Pat White to Pat McAfee, they love their Mountaineers in Morgantown. And in a place known for yan dogs and pepperoni rolls, probably some liquid refreshments, the Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mountaineers will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to pass, it's Green. Looking left. Makes a connection. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at it. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Makes the grab outside. It's Sategna. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Using the quick game. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catches. Their specialty can make some magic happen.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. Coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 37, set to kick this one away.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. As they come over the football, 1 minute to go here in the first. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's White. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Up-tempo for the offense. Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
To the air, it's Green. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Arkansas!
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score Arkansas 14, West Virginia 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Line gets set, first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arkansas 14, West Virginia 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Ringo. In blue. Acorn.
Back to pass, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
And here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those progressions.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Oh, look out. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Razorbacks. He shed tackles like a... Welcome to Fayetteville, and whoop, pig suey as the Arkansas Razorbacks are ready to take the field. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. It's a draw. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Got it, looking for the 1st down. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Offense facing.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Razorbacks are marching down the field. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. The AT unit on the field. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
Trying to find his man on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Bernard. Knocked down for the tackle.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the draw. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Tackled, but he has a first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arkansas 7, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Floating away. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Pulls it in. It's Sategna. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Fights off a defender. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's Green. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, looking for the completion. That one comes out hot down the right side. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Razorbacks! What a catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. After that latest answer, Tide things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they're looking to take a shot. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Trying to get to it. The throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
You know, as a defensive guy, you use the sideline as your 12th man. You push the receiver out that direction. Look at the wide receiver. Still doing a great job of getting small and getting that foot in bounds, making the play and catching the ball.
Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game, and he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. Bulls his way forward. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He fires to the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They're bringing heat. Complete to the right. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw. Going for it all. And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He lost one down the sideline. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Jackson. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is
trying to beat the D deep. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown tie.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my deep...
And he breaks into the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Pocket starts to collapse. He finds his man. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Back to throw. It's Green. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This is one of the reasons I love this linebacker. He is an outstanding pass rusher. He's got speed, he's got quickness and agility to avoid the offensive linemen, running backs, and tight ends on his way to the quarterback.
Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Gets away. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Coming after it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
He's going to let it go. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
At the 45 on its way. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his...
Deep shot for the end zone. And he intercepts it. A veteran in this deep.
And the Razor
In on his rules and made the interception. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sategna. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Cricket.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Green. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 28, Arkansas 14.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Touchdown! Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. The Razorbacks will put total leather and we'll get started. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Beck. On the run, still looking. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Etienne. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage moving down the field to score in that opening series.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you.
The fake, they flip it to the kicker. Snowed under by the defense. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
13, Arkansas, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. Giving him his pads. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
The short hands, it's Jackson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're throwing to your running backs, you got to be careful. You got to be accurate. You got to put the football out in front and make it an easy catch for these guys, and that's exactly what that QB did on that angle.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Looking for a man. It's Green. Gets it out quickly. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal.
That's the end of the first quarter. Georgia 13, Arkansas 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw it again. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly. And the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They're trying to get to him. Caught over the middle. It's dealt. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Throws for the tight end. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Beck. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing three allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where you're executing.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's going to pass. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. The play action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Looking to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Timeout, Georgia.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Green. Gets it out fast. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. They put together an 81-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A strike downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the minute.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Looking to throw, it's Green. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Arkansas!
how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. It's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. It's how you want to finish a half.
On to attempt the try. And it's perfect.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third. He's going to throw deep right side. What a snag by the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Scanning the field, it's back. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets the first down. How frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a quarterback like that. They finally get him out of bounds. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. That's caught. It's dealt. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because...
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. Ripping through the defense. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for space. It's Jackson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they say you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, David, the defense dialed it up at the perfect time, and what a tackle.
Great tackle. I'm surprised, honestly, he held on to the football. That is what you want. You want physical knockbacks. When you're on defense...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out in the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They get him down after he makes the catch. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Trying to get to him. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack.
Georgia 27, Arkansas 20.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. They get to the line quickly. Looking to throw, it's Green. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great returns to improve this field position.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Urasek. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Ball's at the 22, 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Green. They're bringing heat. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets rid of it. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. 2nd down after that incompletion. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Get set, get set.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to scramble. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Snap in the shotgun. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. You know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. This is a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Beck. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He wants a big play here late. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he is brought to the ground.